A couple found themselves trapped in their car on the side of the road during a fierce blizzard. The doors were jammed shut, their cell phones had no signal, and the engine refused to start. All they could do was hunker down and wait for help. One day, the man woke up and accidentally knocked over their only bottle of water. The cap wasn't screwed on tight, and most of the precious liquid spilled out. He was furious, ready to explode. But then his wife, who was over 8 months pregnant, started having contractions. He swallowed his anger, trying to keep calm. From the outside, the car didn't seem too badly buried, but the doors still wouldn't budge. One day, they heard noises outside. They had no idea what was going on. The two of them started yelling at the top of their lungs and pounding on the roof of the car. The woman quickly reached over to hit the horn, but it only blared twice before the battery died. That's when the wife's emotions got the better of her. She was convinced there was no hope, crying out that there was no one out there, just some animals passing by. By the 7th day of being trapped, the man used a candle to heat the window, hoping to crack it open just a bit to scoop in some snow to melt for water. Meanwhile, the woman was idly spinning her phone when it slipped from her hand and crashed to the floor. After reassembling it, she was shocked to see that there was finally a signal. But in her excitement, she made a rookie mistake. Instead of calling the police for help, she called her dad, sobbing about being trapped without even giving their location. When the man woke up and tried to tell her the address, the phone died. Their one chance to get rescued was gone, and he was devastated. On the 9th day, the man decided to save all the food for his wife. He was trying to pry open the window to get some snow, while his wife was worrying about what they'd do when the food ran out. She thought they should break the window and try to make a run for it. The man was thinking that if they hadn't been driving at night during the blizzard, none of this would have happened, and she shouldn't have been out at all, being 8 months pregnant. They started arguing. Then the woman suddenly felt unwell and asked the man to get some medicine from her bag. By the look on the man's face, it was clear he had no idea she was taking any meds. On the 11th day, their food was almost gone. The woman thought it was time to write a note, so if someone found them, they'd know what had happened. The man refused. He was certain they'd make it out alive. Just then, a snowplow passed by. They banged on the windows and shouted as loud as they could, but the noise of the plow drowned them out. Since their car was on the side of the road, the plow didn't even notice them and ended up piling more snow on top of their vehicle. The man finally lost it. He confessed that he had time to be with his wife because he'd just been fired from his job. When they started talking about the baby, they got into another huge argument. It was their 3rd fight since being trapped, and this one was the worst yet. Finally, on the 15th day, the man managed to crack the window open a little and scoop in some frozen snow, putting it in a bottle to melt. By then, the snow outside was starting to thaw. Even though the doors were still stuck, if they had tried to break out or smash the windows, they might have been able to save themselves. But after being trapped for so long, they were too